What's going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? Today's video, I wanted to go and talk about some of the new potential Mando content that we'll be getting here in the next little bit, in probably November, and just kind of talking about that, and also talking about the new GAC stuff we've gotten, the new tool in GAC for in .gg, or the .gg tool about GAC, I guess is the best way to put that. So the Mando stuff, we got the new trailer not too long ago. I think that was a day or two ago. A lot of good stuff in there, guys. I think it's really, really cool. I'm very much looking forward to it. Wow, I can't talk. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of good stuff. They did say in their one post that went over a couple videos ago, talking about like their little plans or little teasers rather for the new GLs, and also they talk about that November will be a big month in this game because not only will it probably be around the new Mandalorian stuff for the next season, but also it's the anniversary of the game. I think it's going to be the 5th year anniversary, which is going to be a big one. I think the game came out in 2015 and now it's 2020, so wow. I've been playing this game for 5 years. It's crazy. Yeah. So we're going to talk about some of the Mando stuff, and is it going to be worth, to prep yourself for like some new Mando legendary, or just kind of go stick it out for a new GL? And I would say still stick it out for the new GLs, because in my opinion, what everybody else is kind of thinking here with the timelines of all these kinds of things, probably going to get the new little last bit of requirements in the next week or two. We'll probably get some kit teases around the end of this month, and then probably a week or two afterwards is when they'll drop, and that'll be like in the either early bit of October or mid-October, and then the Mando stuff will come out probably in November, I'd say, because like that's the big month, quote unquote, right? And then we'll see from there. But the real question here is will like there be a new Mando legendary event? A whole new like a Mando hero's journey or something to that extent. I don't know. I would, in my opinion, there would be one of those at the very end of season 2 where we get like all the details, like what's going on in that, and then boom, we'll have like one of those. I think it'd be way too early to have anything like that in November, because don't they like have like the releases of every season or every week's episode be like every week, right? It's not going to be a daily thing. They're all going to be boom at you, right? You can't just binge watch it as much as I would love to. But I would assume it's going to be a bit later for anything of that extent with a hero's journey or like some new legendary. So for anything that's Mando related, I would assume it's going to be some marquee events and building up to some hype of some new journey guide or some new hero's journey for the Mando. Because the one that we have in the game right now, this one is not the final form of the Mando. This is before you got any of his Beskar armor. So I'm going to be saying this. I mean, a lot of people have been saying this already. There's probably going to be a new version of him where he is, in his full-on Beskar armor. He's going to have some probably new abilities here. A lot of good stuff here, I'd say. And I think it's a pretty good bet to have that. So, but like the same thing I was talking about earlier. Is it worth stopping all your stuff and just waiting for the Mandalorian and probably farming him and all the other ones like Grief Karga and Cara Dune? I don't think so. If you want to go for GL, I think the GL is the best way to go at the moment. I think it's like the easiest thing to do, and just prepping yourself for a GL. We already know for the most part what is going to be needed from the requirements. We don't really know anything about the Mando as much, and how cool the Mando is. We still don't know. I still would say play it safe, go just kind of hoard up, wait for a new GL. We don't even know the kits yet, so it's kind of too early to say for anything. But I mean, the hype is real right now in Star Wars. I would say the Mando content's going to be super, super fun. And I mean, season 1 was a huge hit, so I'm sure season 2 will be as well. I mean, that trailer was awesome, right? But that's that. For the rest of this video, I want to talk about some of this new stuff that we got. I didn't really see this until just a little bit ago, rather. Not too long ago, I saw this, and it's just about GAC. This is about the .gg in Galaxy of Heroes, and kind of like the GAC meta. As you can see here, there's GAC Home, where you can have some of this stuff like the metrics, but you can go into it a little bit more. You can see the squads, the meta squads, the leaderships, and also the counters. There's a lot of good stuff here. I mean, this is a great tool for a lot of different people. So here we go. There's this attack one. There's a defense one. I'm not going to go for all of it. And this is a great tool. I'm not going to say this is a bad tool, but I still think there's going to be a lot of helpful guides and videos that people can make out there to help further your whole GAC defenses and offenses, to make sure you get the best wins and the best defenses and best holds potentially. Because the whole thing about GAC is you're not trying to make defenses that get holds. You're making them to stop specific counters and hopefully make them lose banners, right? So we're talking about like a lot of AoEs or just people that pull a lot of banners, right? There's like one great defense team, as you can see here, right here. Oh wait, that's attack. Why is that? I was gonna say Padme, because Padme is a great defense. I was on attack, but this is defense. Padme is a monster on defense. You can see right here. there is a lot of things that have to be used, or rather, now I'm just saying that backwards. There's a lot of things that you have to worry about in the Padme team, and the counter to Padme team is very, very niche. Not really niche per se, but like you have to bring a very strong team to kill it. You know, we're talking like, I don't know, JKR mirror match. Can't really use CLS. EP Vader. I mean, there's some like those three I just mentioned, JKR, a mirror match, or even a Vader. Those are some big teams you would rather use for a different team. You know, personally, if I saw a double GL wall, or rather the guy has a double GL, and I see a Padme in the front wall, and I'm like, oh, maybe he does have a GL, and then I waste either a JKR or a Vader versus a Padme, that is a huge win for him, because now I won't have those teams to kill a GL with. So that's not fun at all, and that's like defensively rather. Padme is a top dog, and I have been trying to swap over to do Padme defensively, but I'm just not there yet. I want to get there. I think it's one of the best defenses in the game. Also on offensively, she can kill so many different teams. I mean, Padme is still a great team. But I mean, you can see here, I mean, defense is offense. There's a lot of different teams here. As you can see here, Padme has a very, very high win percent. And then for defenses, of course, Kylo has the highest hold percent with getting the amount of holds. And then right behind is, of course, Rey. And then for some reason, a Grievous, which kind of surprised me, man. I was like looking at this. Why is Grievous so high? I guess it's not that high because, as you can see right below, you know, 27 to 25%. You know, that's probably not the biggest jump, but knowing that there's 20,000 of these being set and that's the amount of holds, you know, that's kind of I wouldn't say sad, but I mean, there should be a lot of counters. A lot of people should know counters to that team in particular. You know, there are so many different counters to that team. It is ridiculous. But Grievous is, of course, an annoyance. Not as much as Padme is, though. I'd say Padme is a bit better of a defensive team all around the table. Of course, Darth Revan's up here. You know, a lot of these teams, I'm not going to go over all of them. But, of course, you know, you can see the Kylos and the Reys up in the front wall. They're definitely really hard ones, for sure, because they're GLs, right? So, a lot of great stuff here. So, those are the squads. And then we're going to come down here to the leaderships. So this is, of course, a Grievous being the highest one. I mean, you always see a Grievous. I don't know the last time I have not seen a Grievous in GAC on defense. It is like one of the most common teams to see. I would say that Geos and probably new, like all the Separatist teams are very, very common to see, which is kind of cool. And then, of course, you can see a lot of these Grievous, or a lot of these a lot of these Reys being seen as well. A lot of counters. These are the counters ones, by the way. These aren't really defenses, but these are just like the counters to, I think, these teams, right? So you can click on these things, and you can kind of see what people are using, right? So there's a lot of them. There's a lot of Kylos, like a lot of mirror matches. But I mean, I could be reading this wrong, but I mean, I'm seeing right now these are like the JKR ones. So yeah, these are like the counters to that particular team. So you can see here, there's the Vader one. These ones are not being seen as much, because I don't think many people have them built, honestly. I don't think so, which is kind of weird to me. People should definitely be building these counters up. I don't know how really this whole metric works, but now we're getting to see like all of, like the really good high efficient counters to that team. The one I would look into, so this is, what is this? This is a they're different ones. These are like the Rey teams. So like the ones that I have a hard time with are the Rey Maliks. So we can see some Maliks in here. So like what I would use would be a Thrawn lead. If there was a Bros in there, there'd be a Thrawn. This is right here. This is the team right here. It would be Thrawn, BSF, Traya, Vader, and Watt. So you can see here, that is the team I would kill right here with the Holdo and the Malik, and with the Bros. And I'm seeing the win percent's not very high. So it's definitely like these counters in particular versus the GLs. These are some very, very, very important modded and very, very, not just important, but like these are some heavy duty mods you got to have on these guys, or else it just won't work at all. You got to be very, very accurate with your modding, or else it just won't work. So I mean, this is a great tool, guys. I think this is some of the coolest stuff I've seen in a long time when it comes in regards to GLs, but more importantly GAC. So yeah, a lot of good stuff here. We could go all about this in a whole different video, but I kind of want to stop it there. You guys will definitely get more use out of it than I probably will, especially if you're a newer player, maybe mid-game player. It's a great tool. I still would like to do more my own little counters, and especially new ones I find along the way with GAC in countering teams, especially GLs and whatnot. I mean, there's so many great teams. I mean, we just got Mon Mothma, we just got Piet, and we got the new Chupio. There's a lot of great ones for those guys. Defensively, offensively, a lot of great stuff. Piet's a monster, Mon Mothma's a monster, and also Chupio is a monster. They're all great guys. So, with all being said, kind of to wrap it up, I would say to kind of wait on the Mando content, still kind of slow farm them from the ship nodes. I am personally doing Grief Karga because I love the Rebel Y-Wing node as well. It's a kind of a 2-for-1 special. And look at that, Warlord Bob just kind of snapped me. What's up, buddy? I forgot to put this on Do Not Disturb. He just made a freaking... Okay, that's pretty cool. I love Bob. But yeah, go for the GLs. I'd say hoard it for the GLs. Kind of just do your own thing there. Play it safe. Do not jump the gun on anything just yet because we don't know. We don't really know at all. So play it safe, guys. And then that new GAC tool is a lot of fun, I think. Go check it out. It's at SWGoH.gg, and I think it's just like on the front page of it all. I mean, you can see it's pretty easy to find. So with all that being said, if you guys enjoyed today's video, give it a like, share it around, and if you guys are new here to the channel, feel free to sub. We got a Discord, we got a Patreon, we got new channel memberships. Go check them all out, guys. All links down below in the description. If you guys are different in minded and all these, Mando content, like what you want to go for, what you want to work on, let me know down below in the description, or comments rather, and just all the comments. I'd love to read them, guys. Good comments. You guys are awesome. Have a good one out there. And until next time, guys, I will see you all later. Peace out and have a good one.